So let us see few settings that we want to apply onto this Google form. So for this, you can see the settings. So I have to click these settings. So there are three tabs. One is general tab, one is presentation, next is quizzes. So in the general tab, you can see a collect emails checkbox. So if I select this collect emails, that means along with this form, an email field will be added. So which will collect email address from the customer, right? Okay. So under this, there is another option that is called response receipts. So when I select this one, so this will enable a customer to receive a response copy. So one copy will be given to the company and another copy will be given to the respond to that customer himself, right? Okay. So when you select this one, so there are two options. So by default, if you want to send a copy of the response to the customer, you can select this always, or if the customer wants, so he can take a response copy, right? So for this you have to select this one. Okay, so let's not select this one. So next is called require sign in. So when I say require sign in, so this is called limit to one response. So that means if while filling out this form you need that the customer has to sign in with a valid email address, then you have to do this one. And when I say limit to one response, that means the customer can send this feedback only once using one Gmail account, right? So this is a good option, that's fine. So this is another section that is called respondent scan. So there are two options: edit after submit, see summary charts and text responses. So when I say edit after submit, so when I select this edit after submit, that means this enables the customer to edit his response after he submits the response, right? So similarly, this will, if I select this one, this the customer can see the summary charts and text responses. So let's not select those things. As under the presentation tab, you can see multiple options. So when I say presentation, means how the data, how the form is being presented. So while the customer is filling it out. So in the show progress bar section, so when I select this one, so this will tell the customer how much progress he has made. So how many sections have been filled out and how many sections are remaining, that will be displayed not in terms of numbers but in a status bar in the progress bar, status in the progress bar. So this will be helpful if you have created a Google form with multiple sections. So we'll discuss that in another lecture. So when I select this shuffle question order, that makes every option or every question to appear in different orders as for different customers. So this is also not required. So when I select this one, so for one customer the name field will come in the first, for another customer the name field may come in the third, so like this. So the questions will be shuffled. So this is actually useful when you conduct online examinations, right? So I will not select this one. Next is called confirmation message. So this confirmation message, you want to, let's say, type thank you for your response. So that means after the customer clicks the submit, so a message will be given to him, thank you for your response. So for that you can type any message, right? Okay. So another option is called restrictions. So you can make a restrictions here. So disable autosave for all respondents is a new feature added by Google. So which means that, so if I select it, so that means I'm basically disabling autosave for all respondents. That means the respondents will lose their progress if their browser is closed or refreshed. So if I enable this, that means if the customer has filled out the data and by mistake if that form is closed or it is refreshed, then all the filled data will be lost, and again the customer has to re retype every data and fill in the data for every questions. So in contrast, if I do not select this option, then enabling the autosave for all respondents, which means that the Google Forms automatically saves the progress for 30 days when you are signed in to your Google account, so that you can walk across devices or take a break without losing a step. So which means that, let's say for example, you have filled out the data. Out of 10 data, let's say you have filled out 7 data and you got a call, so your Google form is minimized. So after your call is over, when you come back, then you can fill out the remaining data. Similarly, if you have logged into a device and you're filling out the data partially you have filled out, then let's say within 30 days you can fill out the same form and submit it. So that is the benefit Google has given by adding this feature. This is the quizzes section. So in this quizzes section, so you can select this, make this as a quiz. So this is not required. So we'll discuss this quizzes section when we discuss online examination. So this is more appropriate for that section. So for this, we'll after that we'll click save, and you can see the features added, right? Okay. So apart from that, we can also add some restrictions, or we also give some messages to or we'll give some description to each question. So let's say when I say name, so I can write some add some descriptions like description. Okay, so here I'm just giving a hint or help to the customer. So what is this name? So please give your full name in capital, so that the customer can fill out. While filling out, it will give a hint message, or it will give a message that, oh, this is a name field and he has to give his name in capital, right? Like this, in the contact numbers, I have to click it, and there are 3 dots. I have to give the description. Please give you 10-digit valid mobile number or contact number, whatever you want, right? Okay, so we can also add some restriction to this data. So we'll see that in another video, in another lecture. Similarly, feedback message. So for every field you can add these descriptions. So this will help the customer to understand or to know what each field is, right? Okay, so after that you can see and give a demo. Thank you.